Okay, so last time you were on the moon of Quorn, and you jury rigged your flying saucer and flown off to the actual planet of Rigel 7. You'd flown around in the atmosphere looking for any signs of a temple. You'd found one in the mountains. In fact, you may as well have a look at it because you'd found it and started making your way there. Fought a space yeti.
Oh God, yeah.
You'd bested him, almost killed him, and then you realised he was after your crab pheromones.
Oh,
Let him have that, and then let him cut off.
Yeah, Sony's pack back on.
That's right. Yeah, he brought him back from the dead. Just kind of had that clash of predators, as it were.
Yeah, it happens.
So
yeah, not often predators do that.
No. But yeah, you were looking for a temple of the Zodiac Knights, if you remember, to find out what was going on with Rigel 7. Can you remember who you were with? What friends you'd got?
Well, we've got the princess, the dude who wanted to leave her, the guards.
Did he have a name? Did either of them have names?
They all have names now.
Yeah, we've got the princess, we've got the evil duke, we've got
Schengen.
Michael with us who's gone snowboarding,
Oh, yeah.
and a couple of guards, if I'm correct.
Yeah. You've also got Nick House with you.
Oh, of course, Nick Al, yeah, he lived,
Yeah,
but
we don't forget
Proboss
Nick Al.
died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave him a bit of a funeral back on the moons.
Nemo, yeah.
Right, so you're outside this temple. I take it are you making your way up and going in, or
Oh, yes.
turning back and deciding it's not worth it?
Oh, I reckon there's, with a spring in our step and joy in our hearts, we'll leap in.
And some weren't very keen on us going here, were they? The princess, she wasn't too keen on us going here, was she?
Yeah, they were trying to flee Rigel 7, so they weren't so keen on you coming back to the planet.
Right. So yeah, we're putting everyone in danger. That was it.
Well, it's nothing new there, really, is there?
Just by coming to the planet, I think, not specifically by coming to the temple. Were they trying to tell us that the temples are like some sort of myth or something? There's nothing.
They were trying to tell us that the nights are dry.
Yeah.
I reckon they're in here and they you know what I mean? They're just doing something, you know, and time's just like flown and they were like gonna get up and do something, but it's like, oh shit. You know, I didn't realise what time it was.
I think they've all drank from the wrong grail, and we're going to find a lot of crusty people, man. That's my guess.
Right, fair enough.
So you're going in to find out.
I reckon they're just playing PlayStation, man. And they've just literally not realised anything's happened.
Bizarrely, the image that I've got in my head of this whole thing, of this temple on the mountain. Do you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Apu goes in search of the master shopkeeper or whatever it was?
Yeah, the first convenience store.
Yeah, I've just got that guy in my head. Bit weird.
Oh, you never know.
You never know.
Well, you venture in, and the place is pretty much empty.
I'm struggling to visualise that at the moment.
Place is empty.
Yeah. What is it? Hang on. Can you not see the temple?
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's the layout of it is quite familiar when you go in. It takes you a second to figure it out. Oh god, it's the same layout inside as where you woke up, basically. same shape room, only this one's got a ceiling on it.
Okay.
You notice there are a couple of skeletons,
Ooh.
piles of bones sort of dotted around, maybe about half a dozen of them.
Oh, you were right, that's one.
And a big kind of, how would you describe it? Like a big desk in the middle of the room. So, I mean, I say a desk. It's like, in Superman, in the Fortress of Solitude, lots of different tubes and crystals. I mean, it's not exactly like that. It's enough different not to get sued by DC Comics, but it's essentially that. It's a big sort of platform.
Let's all imagine it in our own way so
Yeah.
that we don't get sued.
So, do you have a? Well, actually, it'd be pretty shit if you didn't figure it out. So you pick up a big, long, glowing crystal, and you just think, I'm going to give this a twist and see what happens. So just to double check, is it darkness that you can see now?
Oh yes.
Yep.
Cool. Well, it starts off telling a story that I'll give you the bullet points of. And
A story as old as time.
It starts off in a majestic voice telling you that 1,000 years ago, if you look to the top left, you'll see a human being laying around enjoying things, living in paradise. You see him there on a hill on his picnic blanket, holding his iPhone.
That's exactly how I've imagined paradise all my life.
Yeah, next to some flowers.
Something terrible has happened to one of his legs, I think.
Nothing. No, that's exactly the way it should be, man.
Giving it a stretch. It's a good old leg stretch. Enjoying life as a human. Yeah, and they lived like that because they relied on the technology. They had computers and robots. There's a guy powering his robot. And of course, all their computers and that were all linked up on a network. So, you could remote control your robot from your hands. You could, send messages, get all the information of humans kind was right there at your fingertips. And eventually they made, a super AI that was going to control all computer networks. But unfortunately, something went wrong.
Oh, we really fucked this one up, didn't we, lads?
Now, whether they'd created this AI or whether they'd sort of awoken it from the darkness of space, but something had come along and was using the human systems to wipe them out. They'd seen pretty much all life as weakness, and then it needed to be destroyed, and so started using the humans' technology against them.
Oh, Jesus.
You see
Well, it
that?
looks a bit like S2.
It does. It does. You realize that they look almost exactly like you guys. You've never seen technology that looks like you before, but all of the stuff in this picture looks sort of basically like you guys.
Well, that explains why the Baron or whatever he was not very happy to see us.
No, he wasn't. He thought something terrible had returned. So yeah, the other races had to figure out, what to do.
He doesn't look happy, that guy on the left.
No. It's been saying for ages that humans are, going to lead them to folly. So they decided that the only way to do was to purge all their technology, get rid of all the networks, and ban. No one can have a computer network in the future. It's bad news. If you want a computer, it's a standalone. There's no networks. There's no hacking. Just have simple machines. Go back to clockwork, and basically let the humans. They were trapped in their Dyson spheres, and essentially we'll just unplug the phone and forget about them. And
Ooh.
Leave them, and they haven't been heard of for 1,000 years. However, the Zodiac Knights, who were the kind of the warrior monks of the human worlds, left a fail-safe in case it awoke. They took 4 robots, imbued the divine spark into them all, and left them so that if the AI ever did arise or break out, these guys would awaken, learn what it means to be human, and then reintegrate with the AI. Let's call it the God Machine, as it's referred to in the book. And you teach them what it means to be human, and hopefully that they'd realize, they're all right, these living beings.
These parasitic, world-eating monsters, they're okay.
Yeah, we'll leave them alone. So that's it. And that's how the galaxy has been for the past 1,000 years. That's clearly a spiral galaxy, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. These
It's
guys,
that space around it.
it is the blackness of space.
The inky, impenetrable blackness of space. Right.
And that's where the story ends.
So humans are potentially still trapped in Dyson spheres, and this darkness that's spreading throughout the galaxy. Am I right in saying that when we were on our way to land on this planet, we've seen that the star had some sort of structure being built around it?
Yeah,
like a corona.
Well, that must be humans then.
I would
the
think
AI.
Got to be humans, I think.
Well, yeah, and you could say the failsafe has been switched on as well, because you guys have woken up.
Yeah. I've got the feeling the humans are going to be pissed with these other aliens that just switch the phones off, because I reckon that's gone down like a lead balloon, to be honest.
So what do you say triggers the failsafe?
If the AI wakes up.
Right.
Because you are part, human technology. So if that gets switched on, you guys will get switched on. Or if it breaks out of the Dyson sphere, that what would switch you on. But yeah, it does say 4.
It does say 4.
So
it's Michael, isn't it?
4 gone.
No, it's not Michael.
No, Michael's just a human brain implant freak, isn't he?
No, when we came to right at the very beginning, there was 4 plinths, wasn't there?
Yeah.
One of them was broken, and we got a sense because somebody still had the ability to do that, which would be really useful now. But never mind. We had the sense that some.
I reckon it's called G3.
Yeah. So one of us had been around for a long time ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, you reckon it was hundreds of years since he was through, but there was.
I wonder if he's small like you, G5. So there's like a balance, or whether you were always like meant to be the child.
Maybe that's the thing. Yeah. Who knows?
Right, well, there are a few other crystals. They're mainly sort of scriptures of the Zodiac Knights, talk about a thing called the Principle, sort of thing.
Might be worth learning about.
Yeah. I suppose we wanted a deeper religious insight into the universe. And yeah, there's the piles of bones as well, if you wanted to have a look at those.
I'll have a quick investigate of piles of bones.
Well, there's, you see, they're in kind of piles. Roughly, give us a...
I can help you with these bones, man.
Has anyone got medical?
No.
Well, yeah, just an investigate then. Is that what
Check
you're
if they're actually dead.
Yeah.
I'll help, man.
What? Wits? Intelligence? Which?
Intelligence.
1 sec. G5.
Right. You get a good look at them. They look.
That's me helping him.
Oh, right. Right, well, don't.
That's a good bit of help. Just watch me now step it up. Oh, it's the same. Never mind.
Excellent. Yeah, they look like just piles of bones and cloth, but you realise, together you figure out that they've been chopped up. Basically, you find a couple of bones that have been cut through with something, looks really hot.
Ooh.
A bit like your lightsabers.
Our brother's done it.
They're laser swords, you mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, laser swords.
Is it dark in here?
It's quite light actually. You realise from the way there's sunlight coming in. There's light from this machine.
Because I was just going to see if maybe our brother was bringing light to the darkness by waving his laser sword about quite innocently, and people just got in the way.
See, why didn't he wake us up too?
Mm.
That's a sure sign that he's got. I think he's been infested, or there's something up with him.
He's got evil syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how.
He needs to float in space forever.
Well, that's one option for him, I suppose.
Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he's a good guy and he's been kidnapped. Although why they didn't kidnap us, I don't know.
Maybe he looked cooler than us. Maybe we look a bit dry. They just thought, we'll take the decent one.
Maybe he's currently being held prisoner by space monkeys, space baboons.
Yeah, any of these things.
Halfway across the galaxy, and he's like, guys, where are you going, guys?
There's a little encampment on the other side of the island. He's finally finished the water filter for you all. Well, you never know. So what are you doing then?
Head into the Dyson sphere.
Mm-hmm.
With the princess, the unhappy princess.
Yeah, he's going to be delighted.
No, man.
Oh, we've got to take our crew, man. To learn what
No.
it's like to be human, we've got to see how people respond to going to Dyson spheres.
No, can't we go back to Octillion B, please, man? I feel like I've got unfinished business there, man.
It's all right. We'll go back as soon as we've
No,
checked this Dyson sphere out.
I don't know what you find so exciting about Octillion B. There's only
The
so
princess, man. I've promised the princess we'll take her back.
And we will, the promise won't be broken.
And there's more people who I can get to confess to things and achieve my goal,
Look,
my
man, we'll be
milestone.
all right.
And if I'm going to commit a crime, I want to commit it somewhere where there's low tech, where basically I'm going to get away with it, rather than on a Dyson sphere.
You've got the perfect opportunity here to get the princess to confess to the fact that she'd murder everyone for her own agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's it called? What regicide?
Yeah, I know. I've already thought about killing the princess, but
I mean,
it's not really me. I've got to help somebody else do it. I've got to activate it in someone else. And the Duke guy, he won't go that far.
He won't go that far, did you reckon?
No, I've tried it with him. He was like, no, let's just leave her here. Because I was like, come on, mate, why don't you just do her in? You know what I mean? Make sure. But he was like, oh, no.
Once she confesses she's evil, it might not take much to convince the.
Well, she's not really evil, is she? She's just like royalty, man, and like it's expected for royalty to sort of think like that.
We can twist the words, man.
But to who? Who's gonna put her on trial for this? The guys in the Dyson sphere are gonna be just like, what the fuck? They're gonna put us all on trial for just being alive.
There's our opportunity to commit the crime of escape. And then potentially genocide. There's a crime.
Are you thinking of setting off some sort of chain reaction that destroys the Dyson sphere?
I think you've got to have balls of steel to build a Dyson sphere around a giant mega nuclear reactor. And, anything could go wrong.
Try to disturb the sun somehow.
Yeah. I think we just go a little bit of reconnaissance, see what's happening, see if we can find our brother. It's all nice.
Yeah, it's got to be said though. I mean, they are if we get there too soon, I mean, if we get there once we've established ourselves as humans, well, not humans, but once we've fully learned how to be human, then they'll absolutely love us, probably, I'm sure. But if we get there before we've established what it is to be human, I think they might just consider us to be the bad guys that have come back and to kill them all and just instantly kill us.
It hasn't been fully constructed, this one, though, has it? So we've got a good opportunity here to have a butcher's, an unfinished one, and then make an educated decision from there.
So I'm assuming this is taking place on the walk back down to where you were parked.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, it's up to you. Do you want more time to discuss your plan, or
We can stand outside the ship and argue.
Yeah, we'll just bicker for a bit outside the ship, but ultimately I've got the plan in the back of my mind, which is I'm the pilot.
I know you're the pilot, man, and I know you're just going to fly us right yourself.
It's all right, man. I'm just taking a shortcut.
But why do we have to take all these people? Why can't we go back to Octillion B? Have a bit of a night out.
There's a million reasons, man. Meet shields, to observe how they behave, so we can learn humanity. We might see cowardice, treachery.
Are you a watcher now?
No, but I'm a sage, and I need to learn how do people cope under the stress of being taken to a human monster world or whatever.
Right, okay, well, for fuck's sake.
And royals probably behave differently than the guards. The guards might be noble and brave and touch our hearts.
Probably. Although they haven't the word.
Or they might have to go for a spacewalk when no one's looking.
I want it to go on the record that I wanted to go back to Octillion B.
Print it out of your little thermal printer thing, and I'll put it on the dashboard.
Oh yeah, when we get on the plane, we're going to hook up, aren't we? Hook me up to the printer.
Are you still doing that after what you've just learned?
Possibly not.
Yeah.
Although again, if we can remove your head really quickly and throw it into space. Yeah, I reckon you've got to swerve that.
No, you're not allowed any networks, are you?
Well, you can see Haku's busy trying to get this fixed. It is in a bit of a terrible state, Flying saucer.
Well, I did a jury rig last time. Can I spend some time trying to do a proper job?
Well, you go down to speak to Haku, and he says, "No, we're pretty much fucked, mate. You need some spare parts. I need some kind of new landing gear. It's all buckled now."
We won't need landing gear on a Dyson sphere. They'll have tractor beams and things.
Yeah, but if we go into hyperspace, all that'll be blasted away, and some of us will die. And you'll be stranded in the void. So yeah, I'm afraid.
I'm with Haku.
How long would it take if we just drove on impulse?
How long would that take to Octillion B?
Yeah.
Tens of thousands of years, I would have thought.
A long time.
Right.
Octillion B is about 100 light years from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not an option, I'm afraid.
That's not. Yeah, that's only a problem for you guys, isn't it? Right. Okay. Well, we're not going back to Octillion B, I don't think, straight away.
Eventually, though, we're not living out our lives here, though, are we?
Oh, yeah. No, don't worry. It's just we've got to go and find the secrets of the universe first. It'll only take a couple of days, and then we'll be back watching Space Sinatra and eating pasties before you know it.
Fair enough. I mean, at some point, I suppose I better report some of this to the corporation, but to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm going to say yet. So, no, well,
Keep them
I
guessing,
put some.
Haku.
I'm keeping a track of the numbers, and I just write some numbers down, print out the receipt for it. There you go. Keep them records. See?
You'll be all right, Haku. We're getting everything down.
yeah,
5522.
that posh fella says there's a town just down the mountain of people who have fled from the big cities. Maybe you could go and
Let's head
trade
down
for
to the
something.
town full
Yeah.
of weirdos.
They'll have a shop.
I'm getting a bit of a disguise on, man. I'm going down there as a spaceman, not as a.
Yeah,
freak.
that seems sensible. That seems very sensible.
Yeah, space man.
Yeah, given that they might take one look at us and think death has arrived from the stars or something.
Yeah. I think that's very vulnerable.
Oh yeah,
With Michael, won't they? I mean, it's just the robots that they've got a problem with, not the Prometheans.
no. I mean, they might be prejudiced against clones. In fact, you probably assume that they would. Most people are. Plus, he's does like to disquiet people, but you see him just heading down the slope. That's him whizzing down there on his snowboard, having a great time. So you head down the mountain to the town. About an hour or so's walking, and then you can see in the distance this. Now these are sort of essentially really fancy tents that have been put up. And there's obviously a lot more of these, making a kind of little, sort of like a frontier town in the middle of the snow.
Well, they look pretty happy. That guy at the front looks particularly happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like actually quite a nice town. Like they've managed to set up quite a reasonable little place for themselves, and there's all different people trading. Fruit and veg, you can see. Yeah, that's a hover car. Some guys come up with this hover car. It's like a classic hover car, so it's there's no technology whatsoever in it.
It's been like redone. You reckon he's like a collector?
It could be, yeah.
Or an enthusiast. Classic hover car.
But yeah, it does give the impression that, like I say, these are tents and temporary buildings. Like these are people that have, like they said, they've all escaped the city. Because if you remember, that was the thing. The last couple of years, all the technology's just been dying on them.
Looks like they've got some technology going on there. I don't know what that is, but
that's a Portaloo, man. And that's just
or a generator or some kind of.
That's just the light. There's a light to tell you whether someone's in there or not.
What?
So it's just blinking green now to tell you no one's inside.
Well, it doesn't look like a frightening sort of frontier town full of mutants or anything. Yeah, these people look like they're quite enjoying life on the. By the way, is the whole planet like this, like snowy like this, or is it just that we're halfway up a mountain?
Yeah, you're halfway up a mountain. You're in like the equivalent of the Himalayas.
Where are you growing your fruit and veg, guys? In the snow?
Tents, man. Space tents.
Vertical farming. This is a thing that's happening now. But yeah, it is. It's like a big.
Who's this mofo?
It looks like some kind of honourable Rigelian.
Yeah, right, man. Let's take a statue down, man.
Oppressing the humans.
Yeah. Bought and sold the Kolakini for years.
Bloody Rigelian. So what do we want? Repairs or supplies? I don't think we need supplies, do we? It's probably just straight into the repair shop.
We certainly don't need supplies, but yeah, definitely.
We've got people who need supplies, haven't we?
They'll be buying their own, surely. Or they,
This has got to have some cash, or at the very least, some kind of sway. We just go in there and say, "Do you know who I am?"
What do you say? Do you reckon Fengu should be coming with you? I mean, anyone?
Fengu, you arrogant man.
I think, yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because he probably knows how to talk to
Yeah,
these
and
people.
having Fengu with us would be helpful, yeah.
Anyone else or just him?
Just Fengu, we like him.
Maybe, yeah. Should we leave both guards with the princess, or should we take a guard with us?
Well,
I
the
thought the
guards, I
princess had
reckon.
set off to town anyways. Did she not know?
Or is she
I
scared?
thought they buggered off to town while we went up to the temple.
I think they might have done, yeah.
So I'm assuming they've looked after their own supply. Sorry, that's why I'm thinking they'll look after that. We'll just get repairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you're right. So the Rigelians are all already there. Fengu comes out and meets you. He's like, "Ah, you're back. Did you find what you were looking for?"
Not really. We found some information that will become apparent later.
Oh, I see. Intriguing. Anyway, as you can see, Rigelians have come back from disaster and are helping set themselves up. It's quite a little town they've done. That's the Rigelian spirit for you. Nothing can hold us back. Nothing. Anyway, how's the ship?
It's fucked, as Haku put it, but we've come to pick up some repairs and we'll quickly have her back on her feet and, we'll be off.
I'm
Right,
sure we've got a spare long foot thing, whatever it is. What is it? What's missing?
There's a landing foot, yeah.
That's a landing gear. That's the word I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
Launch foot is the other thing.
You go in the repairs, and it's a bit of a it's a mechanic's shop. There's a few junk vehicles lying around. One of them looks like it's got a landing gear similar to yours. So
Just might snap it off.
the guy, a Rigelian comes over and looks at you. Give us your Azoth rolls, everyone. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
We're in our spacesuits, man.
Yeah, it's a feeling though, I'm afraid.
Oh,
no, you're right. Well,
Feeling.
hang on a second, am I? Yes. It just sort of hides you from the crowd. You still give off that feeling of.
Yeah, it looks like we do.
Right. So S1, you've got. Oh, you've rolled again, haven't you?
yeah, I got one success.
Right, he's got 2 successes. So yeah, he's fine with you. Yeah, it just covers you from people looking at you. Once you interact with people, it's still going to disquiet.
The creepiness will out.
But not in this case. Yes, can I help you?
I need to buy some supplies. No.
Forgive my friend, he's had a blow to the head. the landing gear on that scrap ship you've got out there, we'd like to acquire it.
Yeah, can we attach it to our spaceship?
I suppose you could, yes. Are you able to detach it yourself? If you want me to do it, you'll have to wait, I'm afraid. I've got a backlog of orders in.
Have you?
Yeah,
We're very busy around here.
Well, I'm setting up the town, linking up, generators for people, heaters, that sort of thing, water filters.
Looks like you did a good job. This place is looking pretty smart. Very impressed.
It's kind of you to say. Well, we have to stick together during these dark times. Rigel will bounce back.
Dark times, you say?
Yes.
Why haven't you tried to get off world or contact other worlds, man? This place has been dark for 2 years or so.
Yes, well, we Rigelians are made of stoic stuff. There's some of us you can't change off. We can draw our bloodline back here for thousands of years. It takes more than a make-believe AI to chase us off. No,
right. Well, you kind of avoided my question there, but I appreciate the speech. So you just don't. You didn't want. You've not got any way. You had no way to
No, we
contact
didn't
them.
want to. We can trace
You
our
just didn't want
bloodline
to.
back here for thousands of years. This is our home.
Right. No, that's fine. No one was questioning your bloodline, mate.
The bloodline, eh? Well,
Bloodline's not our question. I just wondered if you wanted it to survive on other planets, but you want to keep it here.
Yes.
Very clear. Very clear.
Well, it's a shame that you're not trading as much as you used to. Yeah, the corporation used to enjoy the whatever it is that you grow here or grew here. Back in the
Corn,
day.
wasn't it? No, that's on the moon.
Oh, that was on the moon. Yeah, there was the moon.
Yes. Corn, wheat, that sort of thing. We were the breadbasket of the galaxy at one point, and we shall be again soon, you know.
The bread basket.
We Rigelians will rise from this. Have you heard that Princess is in town?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
You're right.
yes.
The royal line survives.
We rescued her from the corn moon.
We did.
Ah, the corn moon.
You're welcome.
How
She
did
was
you...
trapped there.
I wonder why she
But
was
we crashed the
trapped there.
spaceship.
I see. Oh, so are you from off-world then, friends?
Yeah, we're from Auxilion B. We've been worried, you know, but rather than just sort of like cutting you off, like we did with the humans. With sorry, I didn't mean to sit down in conversation.
well, you know, we've all done dubious things, and yeah, we've come to save the princess, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to take the leg off that ship for you if you want.
Yeah, back to basics, but yeah, that's what we really should be talking about. Let's go and get the leg off this spaceship.
Are you good at that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're space craftsmen.
I tell you what, if you wouldn't mind taking apart these 3 junk machines, I'll give you the landing gear for free. How about that, friend?
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
What are these junk machines, mate?
Yeah, the 3 things sort of similar, like, you know, there's a flying saucer, a hover car like this, and then a bit of a crewed rocket. And yeah, he just wants you to strip them down in, you know, the various parts, so he can sell them for spares. And yeah, it is a pretty big thing, this landing gear, you know, so you're not getting, you know, it's not like a sort of folding stick thing. It's quite a fair, you know, piece of equipment, so you're getting a good deal on it. Are you good at these things?
Well, you know, I'm not traditionally schooled with the books, you know. I tend to rely on my wits to follow, you know, I try and apply like biomechanics to mechanics and...
Right, yeah, sort of figure out where weak spots are and what's pulling on what.
Yeah, you know, tendrils and cables, they're very similar.
Can I just say, I don't mind helping this guy out with this junk shop, but I draw the line at pod racing.
Yeah.
Sure. You see a slave boy running around in the background.
Or is it dexterity and crafts, more nimble fingered, you know, if
Well, I'll tell you what then, if someone wants to do an intelligence and crafts and you do the dexterity and crafts.
yeah, that sounds reasonable.
So you look at each roll is going to be an hour, we'll say. And you've got to get 5 successes on each machine.
Does anybody else have crafts?
No.
No.
Oh, in that case, it'll be my intelligence and crafts.
Oh, hang on a second. So you can use Pyros, can't you, to give yourself a boost in skill?
Oh, you can, yeah.
Yeah, I
boost
could give
shows.
myself. Yeah, I could spend Pyros and. Oh, but I've not got much left.
No,
Is there a generator I can grab a quick hold of it, power up?
What's it? I can generate your Pyros back. I can do my generator thing. So if you stand next to me for some time.
Ah.
Okay, cool.
But what was I wondering? I was thinking,
I'll ignite it.
how much intelligence have you got, S2?
S2. That's intelligence 3.
Right. Do you want to fire your Pyros up and get yourself some crafts and give him a bit of assistance with that? I'm not quite as bright as you.
What are you saying? Put my Pyros into crafts.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
So is it 1 point of Pyros for a 1 point of crafts? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, technically, it's your attribute that you're boosting.
Oh, right. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So
Oh, right.
So it's
So
a
you don't
point of
boost yourself.
Yeah.
intelligence.
Oh, I see. Right. Oh, that's different.
Yeah, and that'll last the scene as well. So I think, or is it just the first? I think it's the full.
Right. I know I'm rolling Spark here, but
Well, the problem is
basically I'm going to
Yeah,
give this
problem
much Pyros back to everybody.
given
Right.
that neither of us have got crafts, we're going to have like -3 on the roll.
It's all right. Give me my Pyros back, and I'll just amp up
That's
my
plus
intellect.
2. That's plus 2. So that's 3 Pyros.
I'll tell you what. Let me double check whether you can boost the skill, because yeah, you're right. It's a significant.
Yeah, because I'm just taking away my -1. Well, it's -3 in it on those.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, those mental skills, rather.
Can you give us any more Pyros, or is that you done
No.
for the day? Or
But
Well, you'll be
No.
able. Oh, I suppose you put your Pyros in to get the extra 2. I mean, you could roll it without putting any Pyros in each time, just to keep them topped up.
I'll tell you what. Let me just make an
who, me?
intelligence.
Just sparking them, you mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So let's have a look what we can.
I will need to recharge myself, though. Go and stand by that generator. That we thought was a toilet.
Pyros.
I'll give you a chance to roll on the crafts.
Oh, let me just have a look. See if right, spending Pyros. Attribute. It just says attribute, and I believe that does just mean
Yeah.
yeah. What does this? Right, yeah, no, sorry, just you.
Right.
Yeah,
It's okay. I'll put 3 Pyros into my intelligence,
Right, cool.
which will give it 3 extra dots. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just double check again about whether it's the scene or just one action. Single dot for an action. Oh, hang on, no, but if it's an extended action, it's the duration of the action. So yeah, this is an extended action anyway, so you'll keep this for the whole repairing.
Oh, okay. Right. Cool. Okay. So I'll use my IntelliCrafts to have a butcher's.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, I see.
Can I just check? No, I was just that was the chance dice you rolled G5, isn't it? And
Well, I think so. Although I'm just looking at it, and it's like I don't think it actually rolled anything.
I did. You rolled an 8, but because it's a chance roll, it's only a 10 that's a success.
No, that's not an 8. That's a 0, isn't it?
Is
What you?
Oh no, that's I don't know what any of that is actually less than
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of junk.
Oh right, no, that's that. Yeah, that's
There's just a pair of brackets inside a curly bracket, and there's nothing inside it, so it's not actually doing anything. I thought
has he not rolled 0, 0?
No,
Oh,
that's
no,
it always
yeah,
does that.
right. It's
It always does that 0, 0. I don't know what that means, and then it's plus
Sorry.
intelligence.
That's the greatest formula.
The crafts.
I should set this as some kid's homework.
Maybe the propeller heads will explain it to us at some point.
Yeah, but I assumed it would substitute a chance roll if it's less than 0, but it doesn't seem to actually do anything. So it's
Maybe you should just roll one dice.
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably the best way to do it.
The AI will be doing it, man.
No.
I've been successful anyway. I've got 3 successes there for me in Telecrafts.
Oh, cool.
Right. All right. Well, that's. You've got. What are you starting on? Which vehicle are you starting on?
I'll start on the knackered car.
Right. Yeah, you've got the bonnet off. You've got most of the shell off. Yeah, you're almost done. Give us another roll. So that's the first hour's gone by. So S2, you're just hanging around the generator, are you? And then coming back to power them up. Is that the plan?
That sounds sensible.
Right.
I like the sound of that.
Cool.
I can even make that look more realistic. There I am, man. By the generator.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right, yeah.
Am I rolling again?
Yeah. Well, are you doing your spark, S2?
I did do it again. At some point.
No, this is.
Oh no, just the once. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought I'd done it ahead of time. This says spark, but it's the same rolls as generate.
So,
Right.
It's +2, so at least 2.
What are you putting 2 pyros in? Right.
I'm knocking this off as well.
And we get 2 pyros back. Okay.
And how much do I get from just standing next to the generator?
Well, I mean, to
For
be
an
honest,
hour.
you don't want to blow it. So we'll assume you're just getting your 2 back each time.
Right, cool.
So yeah, you can basically do this for free. Right? Yeah.
what power back? I've forgotten. It's only like episode 8.
Yeah, I can't remember either, to be honest. I think you get 1 back for starting the game.
Willpower is this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad someone mentioned that. Yeah.
Anyone need a heal, or is everyone
No, actually, seem to be fully healed.
sweet?
Have a pilgrimage point.
Not yet. No.
I do my jibber jabber to try and convince you.
I don't know. I don't. Isn't that what you're doing anyway? Right, as long as you roll, get the car finished off.
Right. Beautiful. So number
Right.
2 successes.
That's perfect. Right, so that's the car done. It's taking you 2 hours. The guy pops in now and again. He's brought you a cup of Rigelian tea, so you can have a bit of a breather afterwards. And he's gives you a bit of nod. He appreciates your hard work. Right, yeah. Do you want so there's another rocket and a flying saucer you could work on.
Right, let's have a look at the rocket.
What are you doing, G5, while this is going on? Are you?
Well, I'm no use here, Emma, so I think I might go for a bit of an explore of the town. Yeah, we're splitting up. It's always a good idea. Yeah, I'll go and investigate the supplies hut, see what's going on in there.
Fair enough. Right, well, we'll finish your guys' rolls then. If see how long it takes you to get these vehicles done. So that was 2 hours.
So that's 2 successes on the rocket.
Yeah.
How many do we need?
5.
5, okay.
So that's another hour. Oh, do you need? I suppose you may as well roll your sparks. You could get a lot more than 2 back, couldn't you? S2.
You want me to roll the spark again?
Yeah. Each hour you roll your sparks to see if you give him his pyros back.
There we go, our boy. Badoosh, +2, that's 6.
Oh, right, that's me fully
6
topped
for the
up.
price of 2.
Nice, that's me fully charged as well.
Beautiful.
I go and stand next
So
to
what's
the generator.
actually happening while you're doing that? Is that
As long as I don't... Yeah, I'm just zapping my guy, basically.
with the touch? Yeah.
Oh, you're not zapping both of us? What, eh?
You don't need one. You don't need it.
Oh, I thought you was happening with both.
Oh, I stand there and I just radiate it out of both of them.
Well, I suppose. When are you going, Dave? After the G5?
Yeah, I mean, shortly after it becomes clear that I'm no use in the repair shop, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't need to hang out there. I could just hang out, at the generator. But like I say, I feel like going for an explore. So,
Well, I
yeah,
was just thinking, are you staying to get? Well, that'll have been at the start of the second hour, so you will have got that blast. Oh no, sorry, the third hour.
yeah.
But you'll have got that back. Right, so you got 2 successes. So this is now right. This is the start of the third.
Right, shall I roll?
Yeah, so you just got 2 successes.
1 success.
Right. Okay, so another hour. So S2 give him his blast at the start of the hour, but you're wandered off now. G4.
I've wandered off.
No more. We'll come back to you in a minute.
Cool.
Didn't you get a sufficient enough of a blast last time?
Yeah, I think I'm full now.
Are you not spending 2 each time?
Oh, do I need to keep on spending that?
Oh no, you don't actually. No. So yeah, that was just to top you up. So right, yeah. Give us.
Can I go for a wander?
Yeah, if you two go for a wander, you can stay. Because yeah, it looks like you're getting through it right.
Hey, G5, wait.
Right. So that was you finished the rocket and you get a first success on the UFO.
Okay.
All right. Give us another for the 4th hour.
Looking at this UFO. Oh, bam, bam.
Yeah, all right. You've done that. So
If me and G5 have walked away, though, we might be wise not to do too much work in case we manage to turn the place into a wasteland in these 2 hours that you've been
Well, as
working.
long as I can get the landing leg.
Right. Yeah, we'll see. That's in theory, like you say. That's in the timeline where you don't get interrupted. So, right. So, yeah, you guys go off walking around. It's a friendly town. People are looking at you, nodding at you. You know, quite happy to see strangers in town. Obviously, until you interact with them and they get that creepy feeling. You go into the supply tent. And it's kind of like a charity shop. There's just, racks of clothes, cooking stuff, things that you assume are like the air equivalent of books, kind of data slabs that you can read things on. Yeah, all sorts. And this she looks like an old woman, Nigerian color. Can I help you, fellas?
I look into her eyes.
Years ago, when she was young, she used to cheat on all of her partners. That's the worst thing. Otherwise, she's a good spirit. Once she turned late 30s, she decided she'd settle down with a bloke who she's currently married to.
Did she ever tell him?
No.
No.
She's never told anyone.
You never told him, did you? Hello.
Right, give us your disquiet roll.
Well, both of us.
No, just my guy.
Oh,
hello.
Oh, right. She's not bothered by this sort of stuff. Bloody hell.
Or maybe she is.
Oh, hang on. No, that's wrong. Well, I thought she was going to turn out she was a Promethean as well. I don't know. What
it's you. No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying hello. I forgot which language.
G5. How can I help you, fella?
Well, we're just browsing. We've just arrived in town. Well, sort of crash landed, really, pretty much.
Oh, off-road, is he?
Oh yes.
Oh, it's a bad time.
Sorry, go on.
It's a poor time to be visiting our planet, but we'll hopefully make your stay a welcome one.
Oh,
we need supplies for a space journey. What would you recommend?
Oh, well, Oh, you need warm clothes if you're going on a journey. Let me find you some winter coats. Yeah, those thin flight suits can't be doing anything against these chill winds. You start getting some sort of, um, winter coats off, big furry hoods. You see they're made of like a kind of futuristic Gore-Tex on the top of like a Space Yeti fur. Uh, you reckon they'd be very warm if that sort of thing made any difference to you?
Hmm.
Is that real Space Yeti fur?
Of course, just the finest.
Mm.
Plus, it's not so much in short supply here, so we'll be able to make more.
You're not passing off yak fur as Yeti fur there, are you?
Oh, good, no, of course not. How could you suggest such a thing? This is the finest quality. Here, try it on.
Mm.
It,
Thank you.
yeah, you can feel this will be comfy. If such things bothered you, it's got a nice feel against your sensors.
Well, yeah, they do look very good. I wonder if our colleagues will be interested in this.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, you've arrived.
We're fine with these spacesuits to be.
We're riding with the princess.
Oh yeah.
You're with the princess?
Yes, yes.
I'd heard she was in town. Oh, this is
We're part of her
great.
security. That's why we have to keep our identities so
I
disguised.
I see. I knew she'd come to lead us to glory.
Mm.
Yes, those tales of her trying to escape, flying saucer. I knew
She
they
was
were
trapped. No, she was trapped on the Corn Moon,
Indeed.
waiting for someone to come along and help her, which is what we did.
I see. Well, she's here now.
She is indeed.
She'll
We're
be
the secret Rigelian space guard.
Yes. Well, you do a fine job. Thank you. Listen, why don't you take the coats for free? If you're protecting the princess, it's the
And
least-
any data slabs you think she'd enjoy reading on her journey?
Yes, we have some of the latest romance novels. Yes.
I'll get some data slabs.
If you into that sort of thing. Do you have any non-fiction?
Well, we have some treaties on space taxes. We don't have much, I'm afraid. It was what we could carry, and unfortunately, books were, a scarcity over food. I brought my romance collection. That's how I've donated them, and the princess is welcome to them.
I'm sure she'll appreciate them.
I'm confident that Sue will be back there. We can re-establish the Rigelian library, put all this nonsense behind us.
Listen, let me take those suits off you. Couple of warm. I'm just going to call them parkas. Yeah, that's what they are.
Pretty much.
Yeti parkas.
So,
This really is.
what's the princess's plan? Is she going to move in here?
No, she said something about. Well, she said, you see that star over there, the one that's that seems to be partly obscured.
Oh yes.
She said something about going up there. I mean, what do you think of that idea?
Sorting that shit out. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Her words.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
God, she is as brave as she is beautiful. Of course, she's going to face the enemy head on. Oh, this is wonderful.
The enemy, you say? The enemy live up there?
Well, whoever it is that's building that thing. Yeah,
They did not get planning permission.
That's what I'm thinking. It's some space corporation that's got the wrong stuff. We just need to sort all this out. I don't see that it can be that wrong.
Yeah.
It's not. Some of these stories that people are coming up with are so ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Go on, indulge me.
Yeah, what are you doing?
People.
I'm all ears.
That it's some kind of computer that talks to other computers, is telling itself to build it. Something about the humans. It's ridiculous.
That's pretty crazy.
Mm.
I've never heard anything so insane. A computer that can talk to another computer. It was bad enough that there are some that talk to us.
Exactly, yes. Why would you need a computer to talk to another computer?
That's just
What could
insane.
they talk about?
Exactly. No.
So
Computer football.
you look like you've been you've been here a while. Do you remember the humans being here?
Don't
Oh,
be
no.
rude, G5.
That was 1,000 years ago.
Oh, that was 1,000 years ago, was it? Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
and we've not heard from them since.
G5, how rude.
I don't know how quickly people age on this planet.
Oh, you were assuming she's still a teenager?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, you have a few conversations. You get the impression that the general public don't know that much about history,
Anything.
what happened before the humans. And
Right, it's just like other people.
yeah, there's sort of rumors going around that that it was something to do with computers, something to do with the humans, but what, no one really knows. And again, it's you spend a bit of time chatting and realize, it's
No one really cares.
People don't know what happened. It was just suddenly, one day, you could see something, or astronomers could see something, obscuring a bit of the sun, and it's just kept growing. And whenever they've sent up ships to look at it, they've never come back.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, technology.
That's the bit that worries me. It's the never coming back bit.
Unless, actually, the reason why they
It's
don't come
that
back-
good.
Yeah.
It's
Why
so brilliant.
This place is freaking awesome.
Just huge water slides.
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's another rumor that's going around, that it's paradise. It's a portal to paradise. And everyone goes. And again, the corporation ships stopped coming as well. As far as they're concerned, it was a corporation that abandoned them. So yeah, that was when their income started to dry up, their technology started to die. This is a thing growing on the sun. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't mention we're with the corporation. Well, maybe we should. Maybe we should say that we're with the corporation.
We're part of a food rendering corporation. It's one of many other corporations.
No, I think it was the food rendering corporation that was trading with these guys, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've come down here to re-establish contact. So, it's a good thing.
It's Nick who's with the corporation, man. We're not getting paid. We're not affiliated technically with it.
Not technically, but with
there's nothing on paper that links us to the corporation.
Unless,
or on a punch card. There's no punch card out there.
Unless that works in our favour, in which case we're with the corporation.
Yeah. Of course it does.
Yeah.
Which is how we played it at the beginning. When we thought the corporation was highly a benign organisation of profit sharing and investment in people.
Right, so we've learned, or we're going to learn from this old woman.
Yeah, and like I say, you've stood in there. There's a real sort of sense of community here. So as people have been coming in, they've been having chats. She's you've been joining in the conversation. She's saying, "Oh, meet the princess's guards." And like I say, that's how you've got this sort of the feeling of what's going on there. So yeah, I'd say a couple of hours have gone by of just chin wagging with the locals in here. You have a look out. You can see in the window of the repairs, my guys moved on to the rocket now. So yeah, what do you do? Do you carry on just chin wagging with people, or do you want to go back and watch my guy finish off?
Fruit and veg.
No, watching someone doing repairs has got to be one of the most boring things.
Yeah,
the
it's not
master
very
craftsman, the master craft.
Should we go and talk to the people at the fruit and veg store?
Let's go check out the fruit and veg shop, see what they've got in there.
Yeah, you go in, and it's sort of one of these vertical farms. There's loads of LED lights shining down on sort of these big trays of um, aquaponic plants being grown, sort of pools. What you know what I mean?
Aquapods.
Like water in what's the word? Ponds. That's it. Sort of big long ponds, lettuce and tomatoes growing on the top, and fish swimming in them, sort of
Mm.
cycling through the nutrients.
Mm.
Apparently, this is how they do it. Apparently, vertical farms. Yeah, and there's stacks and stacks of them. Like when you put your trays in a dining hall, you've got that sort of racks that hold trays. Got those. Each one has like a sort of 4-foot pond, portable pond that's got maybe about 20 lettuces or a couple of tomato plants growing, and then half a dozen fish growing in. You see they're all at various stages. And this is all behind a big countertop table, and some guy comes out dressed in a sort of white apron. Hey, hello there, friends. What can I do you for?
I really like a melon.
Yeah.
Nice watermelon.
Well, they're a bit small at the moment, but I can do you one cheap.
No, it needs to be something I can cut a hole in.
Yeah, you can cut a hole in it. They're not that small.
What are you trying to say?
Some sort of melon fucking going on here.
He gets you a melon.
Oh, thanks, my friend.
That's not good melon.
He turns to you, G5. What can I do you for?
Well, I don't want any melons, apart from anything they're too small for me. But to be honest, I was just browsing. We've just arrived in town with the princess, and
you're the princess's guards, aren't you?
yeah, that's right. Yes. I don't mean to brag, but yes, it's rather an important job.
How did you know? Have people
going...
been talking? Is it going around town?
Yes, it's going around town. Everyone's abuzz with the talk. Yes. So, what do you reckon? Is she here for good, or is she staying here?
Yes, most likely.
Definitely. Well, I mean,
once she's gone to sort out the people in the sun.
Absolutely, yeah. There's some talk of her going to face the enemy.
Corporation.
You guys seem to think it's there's some kind of enemy up there in the sun there in the star.
Not necessarily an enemy, just maybe a rogue corporation.
Yeah, I don't think it is an enemy at all. I think we'll find out what it is, and the princess will deal with it with our help.
Excellent. Well, I hope so. No, I gotta be honest. I'm one of these. I do think that something was awoken. I remember the tales of the humans. You see, I know the perils of the things that they did. Yes,
terrible things I heard.
No, somebody brought this upon us. That's what I think.
Somebody who would do that?
I don't know. Someone was messing about with things that they shouldn't. People don't just have their son taken from them.
No.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Yeah. Bad form, isn't it? Losing a son.
A very bad form, yes. No. I suspect that.
Not much you can do, though, eh?
Well, that's the thing. I think it was that Fengu.
Fengu, eh?
Yes.
I mean, he's a shifty character, but I don't think he's that shifty. You think? I mean, he can't be responsible.
What makes you think Fengu took the son?
Well, his family's always been against the rules. Everyone knows that.
Has he been against the sun, particularly? Like, the sort of Mr. Burns style way?
And surely the sun thing has been going on for
mankind's longest enemy.
Well, yes, I think he's the only one who'd be stupid enough to dabble in anything that'd bring something like that. And he tried to flee. I've heard the rumors. He was trying to make it off-world, and the princess had to go to the Quarn Moons to bring him back.
That's exactly what happened. Well, sort of. I don't know whether he was trying to flee.
You say dabbling with this. Do you think this is something more sinister? Do you think there's something to do here with The occult.
I think there might be, yes.
Oh dear God.
I mean, I know people say I'm a conspiracy theorist and laugh at me, but
Oh no! You're
know.
exactly the sort of person we take very seriously.
Do you think it is?
I'm writing everything down.
Well, what is it? Who do you... Is it
No, go on. Tell
the
us what.
have the humans returned?
What is that? What do you think? Is that what the occult would be? The humans?
Well, that's what I think. Yeah, that's the theories.
And some of them were lizards.
Is that what's happening?
No, I'm just checking. You see, to see if you were for real.
It's
Because
not the humans.
if you'd have just confirmed that, then I wouldn't have believed you.
What if? I mean, it wasn't the humans. I mean, it wasn't explicitly the humans that caused all the trouble, though, was it? It was their robots. I mean, obviously the humans were responsible for creating the robots, but
Yeah, that's.
but
where
what
it
if
goes
I'm
from.
thinking? What if one of the robots came back? Do you think one of the robots could cause all of this trouble?
You can see that this is more than he's ever thought about. Normally, when you bring
Jesus
people tell
Christ!
us,
Yeah, just
sure.
Don't worry, man. This questioning might be a bit much for you.
Yeah, this is more than he's ever really thought about it. So he assumes it is.
Just remember, you were the one who thought about this. You were right. And when your friends laugh at you, you know.
That's how you know you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't really know that. It's kind of interchangeable, the humans and the robots. As far as he knows, it's the humans that control the robots. So
maybe the humans became robots themselves, injected themselves with robotic stuff.
Well, that's a possibility. So is
Robot bleach.
that the case? You must know if you're the
We
princess.
can't tell you everything, I'm afraid. We have secrets to the princess hasn't authorized any information to be released yet. But we're interested in what people are talking about.
Well, yeah, most people don't want to hear my theories, but
No, it's been fascinating.
right. So, is there anything else I can do for you, lads?
No, it's okay. We'll be back to tell you the truth.
Right. Good. Well, I shall see you around then. Yeah, and that took 2 hours, that conversation. So that's about the time that my guy's finished. So yeah, you head over. You can see he's
We didn't create a wasteland.
actually, yeah. Give us your Azoth roll, and there's going to be several for that. Right. And then the one for the second hour.
Cool.
Oh, right. Actually,
I got one success within the first hour.
yeah. And you got 2 successes. Actually, he's not looking bad though, because he's rolled 2 10s there. So let's just. Right. Well, each time one of you sort of freaks him out. So yeah, he's not too sure about you. He's in his first stage of disquiet as you leave. Well, actually, no. Oh God, this is.
Has he gone insane?
Right.
Just leave him a gibbering.
You re-roll yours first. Oh shit! I rolled far too many. I'm still rolling too many. Right. Is that your? Did you roll a again? G5.
Oh, do you want me to? Well, I rolled it twice.
Yeah, he's rolled once.
Yeah, you've rolled it twice, but I need you to roll it again.
Okay, yeah.
Because the first time you got 1 success and he got 1 success.
Oh, I got 2 this time. He's properly freaked out by me.
No, because he's got 2 successes again. Right, roll it again.
So beats, man, feats.
Right, he's got no successes this time.
Ooh, drum roll.
Come on.
Slightly freaking him out.
Yeah.
All right, now S2, you need to re-roll yours again. Because you got 2 at one point, he got 2. Right, and he has got 2 success. Right, so he's as you're talking to him, he keeps eyeballing you, G5. There's something about you that he's not.
Don't worry about my friend.
Yeah.
He makes everybody
you go
feel
back
a bit.
to the repair shop now and rejoin my guy.
Yay.
Have I managed to get the?
Yeah, you finished now. You're all together again.
Have I got the leg as well? That was the.
Yeah, he comes out. Oh, that's fantastic, mate. Here, help yourself. I believe you guys are working for the princess as well.
Indeed, loyal subjects we are.
Oh, well, you're a very honest man. Not using your credentials to get anything for free. I appreciate that. Best of luck to you and the princess.
Thank you, noble sir.
Thank you.
He cuts off. Right, so yeah, you're all together. What do? Do you start taking the landing gear back to the ship, or you hanging around town? It's getting sort of early evening-ish.
I think we should get back before we wasteland.
Yeah, probably. I'm slightly wondering where the princess has got to. I mean, everyone's saying the princess is in town, but we walked around town and we didn't find her.
Oh, right. Well, sorry. Yeah, you will have seen there's a tent being set up in the sort of outside of town. That's the princess's.
Right, of course.
The guards were doing that.
Sort of our own tent out.
It's right there, man.
And yeah, a couple of people from the town have gone over to help. You know, trusted nobles have gone to help set up the princess's tent and do a bit of a security. Well, leave the guards to do the security while they set it up and make her a meal and that.
So, should we leave the princess here while we visit the star and just take Fangu? Or should we take everybody to the star? I think we should take Fangu. There should always be somebody unwilling on board the spaceship. And here's my logic. So, Fangu's a bit dodgy and he's probably done something. So let's tell Fangu, hey, look, we've had a thought about your proposition. Sod the princess. Come to Octillion B with us. And then we just take him straight to the Death Star. See how things work out. Or we take the whole entourage. I'm easy, but I think one unwilling person helps understand the human condition.
It might just come down to whether or not. I mean, it might not. But there's going to be 2 options for the princess. She can come with us to the star, to Rifle, presumably, or she can stay here on this frozen wasteland. So it's kind of up to her. Those are her options. It's not like she's going.
Well, we could always pick her up after we visited the star, though, couldn't we?
Yeah, when we come back, which we're definitely going to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what do you reckon? Everybody or just Fangu?
I'm not sure what you said. I mean, when you say just Fangu, you mean not the princess or her guards? I mean, presumably Nikau and...
Oh, Nikau's coming, but he's not unwilling.
No. I don't know, he might be a little bit unwilling by this point.
Well, when it's explained to him, maybe, but the more unwilling subjects we've got, I think the better the look into the humanoid condition we're getting. You know, happy people are just like, oh yeah, the party's going to be great. You know, you're not learning anything, but when you take someone to a place of death...
Very true.
I suppose it is all a learning curve, really.
So to Fangu or...
Well, actually, I mean, just to tell you this, Skipper, just so you know, Nick Howe reckons it's going to be a couple of days doing the repairs, and they probably need some kind of mechanic, proper tools and that sort of thing.
No, right, I see what you're saying.
What about our friend from the repair shop?
Yeah, you describe it, and I mean, you could see there was stuff for repairing UFOs there. So yeah, sounds like I say, you described to Nick Howe, and he says, yeah, that sounds like if you could persuade him to let you use his workshop, then yeah. And you reckon, if you told him it was for
The princess.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably be happy to let you do it.
Okay. Well, I reckon, yeah, I'm quite happy to spend a couple of days on getting the ship prepared, and especially if you can top up my Pyros S2, I think we can have the repairs done well.
Oh, do you need me to spark you again?
Not immediately, but it'd be
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, I mean, once you get doing it, because there's the generator you can top up. We'll say it's going to take you a couple of days to do, but you don't need to do all the rolls for it.
Okay.
Right.
Because it's starting to get dark now. It's probably a bit late to be taking the UFO there now. So what are your plans for where you wanted to stay? You staying with the princess? Are you staying outside town, inside town? You got the impression, speaking to the people in the supplies, you could probably blag, a bed at someone's house. If you wanted to.
It's better to stay close to the princess,
I'd
though,
stay
really,
close
isn't it?
to the princess,
And
because
Fengu,
Fengu
man.
could go rogue, man.
Mm.
We don't want a rogue Fengu. He's got a star that he's definitely visiting. And we don't want him to kill our
Yeah, a meal ticket.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll go and hang around with them.
Yeah.
Now you go over, and like I said, there's one of these sort of tents being erected, and there's lots of people around. They all look like sort of middle-aged male Rigelians, and they all look dressed very well. They give you a nod, and Fengu comes up to you. Ah, yes. So these are the nobles of the town have come to help set up a town for the princess. She's going to lead them all to lead Rigel back to its glory. Apparently, that's what they're all hoping for. He sort of takes you away from the crowds. He's like, she's not, she's terrified. Still wants to leave. All these people are making it very awkward for her. What stage?
We're working as fast as we can on the ship. Just keep telling the people what they need to hear.
2 days, Fengu, and we'll be out of here.
I know you're the man for the job, playing to his arrogance.
Yes.
This is the sort of situation in which the princess will realize how useful you are to her. You take the heat away from her. Stand and act as her hand.
I can see you being King Fengu at some point. You'll win her heart, I'm sure.
Yes, Fengu. Maybe this is the way you need to play it.
You think I should marry the princess?
Oh, yeah.
And it makes sense. Then your son.
Just manipulation and persuasion.
And a bit of jibber jabber, the old spin doctor.
Yeah, remind me what that does again.
It's just the jibber jabber, man. I just convince people what they need to do. It goes along with manipulation and persuasion. It just gives me an extra point.
All right. What? So that's just it. It's one extra point in.
Yeah, and that's the one. That's the one that makes the difference.
All right. Well,
the jibber jabber. But this is
roll it again.
Tell you what I might do is I'll roll it again, but I'm thinking maybe I need to be doing something else. I need to be doing one of these in flames or law.
All right.
Where I manipulate and persuade him and put my Azoth in, and it's versus his resolve. Or remove inhibitions. No, because it's his desire, isn't it, for power. So yeah, if I encourage his impulse or remove his inhibition,
Yeah, light him up, man. Encourage his impulse.
encourage his impulse.
Yeah, you never
Right.
know, man. We could be matchmakers here. We might be at the beginning of a dynasty.
Should I re-roll that one, or can I switch to a different thing?
Well, re-roll that one anyway, just in case you happen to beat him. He's got one success. No.
Right, on the re-roll.
Right, so
more successful.
that one was to try and convince him that he shouldn't marry the princess.
That should be his goal.
Yeah. Because you remember what his goal was last game.
His goal is that he'd kill for his family.
It was to
No, I
ditch
don't
off
know
the
his goal. I
princess.
just wrote down his worst desire.
He wanted to bin off the princess and establish himself as like the leading
Yeah. He wants power.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So what are you? Are you trying to persuade him to marry the princess?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna encourage his impulse.
Right. So that's put the idea in his head, and now give it a bit of a tickle to, and that's versus his resolve. Is it? Yeah.
No, this one's versus composure and Azoth.
All right. Well, his Azoth is he's did his best, but now he's starting to stroke his chin and think, yes, perhaps I've been going about it all wrong. Of course. He looks round at the crowd of, man, oh God, these suitors, though.
They're getting in your way, Fengu.
Yes, I gotta find some way of putting the idea in her head. God, if only I was more attractive.
You need to let go of your inhibitions now and just go in and speak with her. Tell her how you feel.
I don't know if we want to move that fast. If he gets spurred or whatever, then I think.
Are you sure you don't want me to click submit? No,
definitely not. Let's be a bit more gentle with this before there's laser blasts and wastelands, crazy shit going on. You know, because you can put the idea in her head on the ship towards the star that, hey, you know, Fengu's a bit.
Yeah, he's not a bad bloke.
Yeah, and then just let nature take its course, man, and there it'll be. We'll have influenced the birth of the Fengu
dynasty. Which we then take to its death on the star.
Well, you know, it will be romantic if nothing else.
Yeah.
So are you doing? Are you going to go and speak to the princess at all, or?
Yeah, because we better let her know that we're getting off-world in 2 days.
Well, you go to a tent. The guards are there. Like, friends, what is happening?
We need to speak with the princess alone and give her some time away from the lords.
Right.
Say that to the guards.
Yeah, give us your Azoth rolls then. Let's just see what the guards and the princess.
All of us.
Yeah. I think you're all going in, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to go in. I'm going to reduce the chances of creeping, causing creep out. And I've not got much to add in social situations anyway. So I'd just be going in with my broken CPU and creeping everyone out.
Fair enough. S2, roll it again because you've both got one success. Oh. He's got 0 now.
No.
0. Right, let's again.
Is that not okay?
They both got 0 successes. So he's rolled again and got 0 again.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. You've caused a minor amount of creep. We don't leave the princess's side.
No, okay, you guys stay there, but just get rid of the lords.
Yeah, you go into the tent. It's you've got a private audience with her.
So, princess, we're leaving in 2 days.
Oh, I see. Oh, but I want to stay with my people. You can see
Really?
there's no conviction in a
Mhm.
voice. So I'm their leader. I must stay with them.
But your safety's paramount.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, damn! I shall have to leave with you. Oh, well.
I didn't even need to manipulate or persuade. Yes, and thinking of the future and the safety of not just yourself but the royal blood that runs within you. Must be time to think about a king.
A king, you say?
King.
I had not thought about that, but you think? Well,
All that time trapped on the Corn Moon with your keeper and protector, Lord Fengu. Never thought
I wouldn't.
perhaps he and you.
You think he might have a son or a grandson I could marry? I mean, I get the impression he's the last of his family.
Exactly.
Hmm. Yes,
He's
we'll
not
have to think of
too
someone
old,
else.
though, is he? I mean, I appreciate he's possibly not as young as you, but
Are you implying I marry Lord Fengu?
well,
Yes, his blood is almost as royal as yours.
But he is old. He is far too old for me. I should have a
He-
handsome suitor.
would you not think he's fairly handsome in a sort of old sort of way? You know,
Oh God, no!
Harrison Fengu.
He is a wizened thing with horrible small eyes. No, I need someone with striking features to mix with my bloodline. Oh no, no, Fengu, he would never do it.
Can I listen into this debacle on the air radio?
Yeah, if the
Well,
Can I make a suggestion on the air radio that you put some of your juice into it rather than just talking to her about marrying a corpse?
yeah.
but the thing is, it only juices up what's already there. If there's nothing there, there's nothing to choose, man. I can't enhance an impulse when her impulse is to run away.
Oh, I
If I
see.
do that, she'll just turn and go mad.
We'll try later once he's saved a
The only
life.
the only thing I can do is I can seduce her.
Oh no, that's not. That's I got me Azoth. No, and I'm just gonna just do a bit.
That's
of
not going to
persuasion.
help.
No, I'm just going to persuade her that you know that he's actually a really charming guy.
Yeah, no, I can do that as well.
Yeah,
With my
old
jibber
people
jabber.
have kids with
Yeah,
long
yeah,
telomeres.
Will you just? Can I use that as help?
Oh, you
Because
can.
I've got it higher.
what is that to convince that he's a
He's
handsome man?
he's actually well, you know, ruggedly handsome in an old kind of way, and also, you know, he's just a, you know, weirdly.
Yeah, look, look at my role, my minute. That's my. I talk about how Bear Finger is, man.
Yeah, he's got a spark of something special about him.
Mm.
His lines are strong. I can see it in his gait.
Right. Yeah, I suppose he's from a royal bloodline.
It's yes. To think of your son's gait.
I mean, it's
He has a pulse.
you can see her thinking, you know, she's not happy about it, but it makes sense. I suppose, yes. He has been good to me these
Think
last
of what a royal wedding will do for the people. It'll lift their spirits. It'll give them a sense of everything being okay again. And then a quick honeymoon to the sun, and everything.
Absolutely, everything will be okay again once we've been to Rigel and sorted out the mess that's going on up there.
What?
Mayday, we're going back to Octillion B.
Oh yeah.
So sorry, honeymoon on Octillion B. Honeymoon on Octillion B. Sorry.
You think we should marry before we leave?
Yes, for the
But you said we
people.
were leaving in a couple of days.
Exactly. What we could organise a royal wedding here. Everything's right there. Supplies, food,
What?
it's all right there.
And then
We could announce it to the people now. There's not how many of them are there? Maybe a few hundred.
why, if I'm going to leave?
Because then they'll wish you well. You'll
What?
be the Queen of
I
Hearts.
think they want me to stay and lead them to glory.
They want to remember you as the Queen who went on honeymoon to Octillion B and then perhaps promised to return at some point
I don't think they do.
when everything's safe. That's
Perhaps
what they want.
what we
I'm
should
not
do
sure
is
about stopping for a wedding. Let's just encourage.
No, you remember. This could be a chance actually to use my impulse thing, remove inhibition thing, because she does need, she does want to be safe, doesn't she?
Yeah, she wants to get off the world and leave them, but that's obviously going to piss everyone off, especially now they've sort of seen her. They're like,
So
"Oh,
now so the royal wedding is just an opportunity to remove, is to get away because there's the perfect excuse is a honeymoon.
I don't think this is the time for honeymoons, given that their race is on the brink of death.
Yeah, no, I know. Maybe I've not read.
I think we've overreached what we needed to do, and that's just get Fengu and the princess interested in each other.
But no, but the thing is, right? I know you're thinking of taking it slow, but
Well, I'm taking them
but
slowly
I'm
to
thinking I
Rigel.
could spin this to the people because as they're on holiday, obviously they're going to be producing the next heir. You know what I mean? And that's something that again will give the people hope rather than be seen as a large indulgence. Which is I can understand what the GM's saying.
They
It's
could
to
go for a
possibly
week-long
be
honeymoon in the mountains nearby, but they're not really in the mountains. They're in
Auxilium B.
Rigel.
Rigel.
Yes, we don't tell the people then. The people don't need to know where you've really got on honeymoon. We'll just say that you've
A couple of days privacy to consummate the marriage.
yes. And then you have to go on visits to other camps around the planet.
I suppose, but why get married then? Why not just leave?
That's to try and to appeal to a need for security and safety. Because with Fengu by your side, you'll have
Strong children.
oh, no. I nearly did the worst thing I could have possibly done and nearly did my breaking point then. I wanted to tell her he's the greatest enemy and she'd have him under her control and doing that, but no. I can't do that. Oh.
Right, so you're saying get married, then leave.
He'll just keep her safe. He'll make sure that she's safe. Trust me.
What does remove inhibitions do? Because she's up for getting married when they come back, when all this is over and she comes back to be the queen.
Well, maybe we can slow things down a bit and we talk about marriage in a maybe an engagement.
No, I mean I understand your plan. I'm just trying to think why would she want to get married now? Because you have rolled 6 successes there. But what does it do? What's the actual thing?
That's what I'm looking for as well now. Oh, she's got a save against that as well. She's against her resolve.
Right, go on then. Let's see. You never know. She might just roll something insane. No, 1 success, so it's still exceptional.
But still, yeah, no. But still, if I've rolled it and I've not really given it a proper reason for it,
Yeah.
then it's not a thing. I think this is mesmerism Eros. It's 148.
All right, here we go. And it's what law did you say, or
Not law. It's the next one.
seduce,
Oh shit.
or inflame?
No,
Inflame.
no. Sorry, it's not that one. It's the other one.
Inflame.
It's under the confessor ones. It's the other power I've got. Not manipulation Eros, but the Cathar one, confessor, cobalt.
Contamination. It's page 126.
Contamination.
Oh, cool.
So
and what? Remove. Oh, it's called it. Remove it. Yeah. So, target is overtaken by his vice for the rest of the scene. He will indulge in any opportunity unless he spends willpower.
an exceptional target cannot spend willpower to resist it.
Right. So you're getting her to act on her vice.
Is that appropriate? Is that what I should have done, or is it just a wrong roll?
Yeah, I think it's because it's I mean, she's a bit like him. She's arrogant, so you probably don't want to inflame her vice really. But encourage impulse, though, the one above it. Target makes an immediate rash action in the line of the vice. Right. Okay. Now this is more like it. The target makes an immediate rash action in the line of his vice. If he is in an argument and he has a vice relating to his temper, he might hit the other person. If his vice is spiteful, it might do something cruel. Right.
The exceptional one's interesting. The target doubles down and makes another rash action to follow the first.
Right. No, this is more like it. Yeah. So there will be a royal wedding before we leave. Yes. Yes, I just cement the love of my
Brilliant. This is nothing to do with my milestones, but for some reason.
It's so good, man. It keeps people distracted. And then, we're just taking them to the foothills to consummate the marriage back in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's got to be a crime we can pull off here, man. Someone's got to want to commit a great crime where we collect everyone's coat as they come into the wedding. And then we empty each one. Bare twisted pieces of metal and wooden knives.
Well, yeah, it's going to take you 3 days to repair your ship in the thing. She tells the guards to go and announce the wedding.
Well, it's not even proposed.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, when the Queen says she's marrying you, that's the end of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tengu, we've sorted it all out, my friend.
You can see he's flattened his. What they call it?
Is he a bit like the Albert Steptoe of this alien world? Is he?
He's maybe not that bad. He's more.
Does he look a bit like the old guy from MASH or the guy who drove? Oh, yeah.
No, I think
He was
maybe 2. He's. I'm trying to think of who out of Game of Thrones he'd be. No one particularly.
No spoilers.
Yeah. I'll stick to people in season.
What about Lovejoy?
Lovejoy. No, Lovejoy's far too attractive.
No, I'm thinking of Lovejoy in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. He is. That was a long time.
But he's still a reasonably attractive chap, though.
They all are, aren't they? Why can't I think of anyone?
Yeah,
that guy with the thick eyebrows, man. Was he? Did he? The guy who helped Airwolf's sidekick.
Oh, right.
Ernest Borgnine.
Yes.
Uh, I suppose. I mean, I'll tell you, Timothy Spall. I know he wasn't in Game of Thrones. Like he was in Harry Potter, wasn't he? That's who I.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up.
From,
Yeah, I'm trying to think what he's actually been in other than Harry Potter, and he was dressed as a. See, did he have some kind of rat face?
That's,
He was a kind of rat dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. Wow, yeah. He's got a bit of a rat-like face.
Am I really the only old person here?
What do you remember him from? Sorry.
We're the same pet. That's what he's
Oh
from.
man, that was the propeller heads. Don't know him. Have we the same pay?
He was in, of course, Red Dwarf,
They should do, man.
the reality episode. I think we've mentioned.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the guy that lets them out of the machine and calls them twonks.
Oh, of course, he was. Yeah, I remember that. I watched it recently. Yeah.
Well, now you got a picture of him sort of smarting himself up. I think we should have a quick break there.
Yeah. On that
Break
image.
and prepare for the wedding.
Something to quickly eat, and then